Catch up on all the live shows right here on africatechradio.com.
And of course, I would have said I did outside, but I'm inside. I'm just inside doing my thing, getting the show running, and of course, bringing you all the latest information around the tech ecosystem and letting you know what the techies are up and about. We got invited, guys. We got invited to come outside, to step out for Ingressive For Good. I mean, this weekend, I think there's a holiday around the corner, and every day just seems to be like holiday these days. So we're actually invited, ATR, and of course, they're inviting you also. If you're listening to this in real time, you're also invited. This invitation is for April 20th. So whenever you get to listen to this, you are absolutely invited also to the private screening of Ingressive For Good's documentary film. I like that. So it's like having techies put together a documentary. So you see, documentary is not for Nat Geo wide or for the people wanting to just make a movie and just sell out. So we're actually putting stuff together that it's relatable to people in the tech space, and of course letting you know that this is what we're all about. This is why I'm talking about it today. So the film is all about finding tech against all odds, especially in Africa, guys. I feel like there's a whole lot of challenges, obstacles, things that you have to just stumble across to be able to succeed as a techie. I mean, I was listening to somebody just talk about how he was struggling after taking courses to just secure himself a good deal and building stuff also. So many startups right now are struggling to raise funding. The government are bringing impractical or practical, so it's not from my mouth though, they are bringing all of this rules and framework and guidelines to just, push you through. But you know what they said about the strong? They never fall. They never what? I don't know what they said. Don't mind me. So the film zoomed in on the personal stories and the transformational journey of some young Africans who found tech after their dreams were dashed. It is a tale of dreams, struggles, access, and hope. It follows the lives of several individuals who have turned to technology to solve real-world problems in their communities, organizations, and the impact of their work on society. I mean, in addition to the documentary highlights the limitless potential of technology to improve life, you get to watch the trailer on our page when you go on A-Tech Radio on Instagram. And of course, you can visit the Ingressive For Good page. You get to see a snippet of what the documentary is about. This will be premiering 20th of April, like I said, at American Corner, Ikeja. The dress code is semi-casual, and of course, for those that will be getting the private screening, you know yourself now, it will be happening at Ebony Live Cinema, and the dress code is also semi-casual. I like the fact that this is being put together because this is majority of the story of young African talent who are striving, like they said, against all odds to just make it. We're chasing this thing. We're not just chasing it for the money. You will see the passion in them to change something about their community. I mean, that's why the fintech industry actually bloomed, because people didn't want to face the challenges of not being able to work for people outside the country, just being restricted by their borders. And now there's an opportunity where people are engaging with other people from all around the world, and payment option is being simplified. So if you work for, let's say, someone in Canada, you get your money and there's no restriction. There's no, how do I pay you? Or using the only one process of maybe NiPost or Western Union. So now you have apps that also help you save your money. You can earn in foreign currency and also save in foreign currency, which I think is good. And you also have people in the health sector who are trying to help marginalized areas, underserved people, bringing doctors and consultants close to close to their patients. And I feel it's amazing. Also in agriculture, people are trying one way or the other to implement this technology to improve food production, to reduce food scarcity also. So I would love to see this movie. I have goosebumps just talking about this. Great one from Ingressive For Good. Looking forward to this event happening on Thursday, 20th of April 2023 at the American Corner, Ikeja, and of course private screening happening at Ebony Live. This is really good. Inviting you all, come one, come all, let's all have fun. And I heard there will be fundraising event happening also. But right now we'll delve into the tech gist for the day. We are Africa's #1 technology radio. We're reporting on Africa's technology advancement and, of course, doing this one broadcast at a time. Welcome to Cruise Control. My name is Bookii, and, of course, it's time for us to jump into the tech gist. What's really happening in Africa? What's happening in tech space? And today I'm delving into the crypto world, guys. I've been trying as much as possible not to go there, but it keeps drawing me. It's like, Bookii, pay attention to us now. And today I'm just wondering what's really happening with you guys. What's really happening, from acquisition to people shutting down to even some startups like just backing up. What's really happening? First, it was the news that hit that LazerPay was shutting down because it was not able to raise fund anymore, and it got a lot of people talking. Because I remember when I saw LazerPay, I haven't started working in tech, but I was so proud of him because he was really young. That's the founder, a very young, smart guy, just pushing for how people can earn more, get more money fast, pay, exchange, transaction, and all of that, simplifying the system. And also because the Web3 was actually blooming last year, it was fast rising. People were actually looking into it and see how they can promote their digital products and all of that stuff. And he said he was able to raise quite an amount. I think it was over $500,000. Yes, was able to raise it for the company. And right now there are news around the block that LazerPay is shutting down because they're not able to raise fund. Njoku Emmanuel, who is the founder, took to Twitter to share this. The company has been struggling to stay afloat after failing to secure funding, and although we tried to keep the lights on for as long as we could, we're now at the point where we need to shut down. Yes, I don't know how to feel. I feel like these young lads have a lot of light to share with the world, but when you look at the crypto sector or the niche, you would know that this in Nigeria right now still have so many steep and slopes to climb, obstacles and challenges to face, because a lot of people don't really believe in crypto. I do say so, yeah. A lot of people believe that crypto is a scheme. People just want to get their money, while so many people also believe that crypto has enabled them financial freedom and they've been able to earn more and invest. It's also an investment channel for some people who believe in it. So I don't know, it's a murky water when you talk about crypto in Nigeria. I don't know what it feels like outside Nigeria because I've not really paid attention to crypto that much. I've been able to speak with someone on the show, I think last year, and it was quite enthusiastic about what the world of crypto is turning to be, despite the news about what Bank Friedman actually did. But they were still positive that no matter how bearish, bullish, and I keep forgetting the third one, whatever it is, they're able to face the weather. But not LazerPay. LazerPay, which is a crypto payment company, has decided to shut down. Meanwhile, Fluidcoin has decided to sell to a UAE company, and this is as a result of them saying that they can't maintain the vision that they have. So they believe that the company in UAE is actually going to be able to push it forward. So the company in UAE is called Bitfinex, which is a Barbados and Seychelles registered crypto exchange company, and they acquired Fluidcoins with 100% stake, meaning they are going to handle things from here forward. And they're still retaining the workforce, so people who are working are not displaced, but they're going to handle a couple of things. Before it was acquired, before Fluidcoin was acquired, they had this digital wallet running, which is called the Flip by Fluidcoin. It's a crypto wallet which was launched last year, and it allows users to earn interest on their stable coins, purchase airtime, top up virtual calls, and send peer-to-peer social payments within the app. And also they run this other digital product which is called the Fluid Shop, which helps people for free online store created by entrepreneurs, freelancers, businesses, and digital product owners also can trade using their Fluid Shop. Blockchain would actually not erase this feature, but they would bring in more feature to move Fluidcoin forward. As regards the change of name, there hasn't been any news yet. It's just the acquisition known as Acqui-Hire, because they're retaining their workforce, guys. But looking at what's one of the biggest hindrance to crypto niche. So they're talking about what is affecting crypto world. Why are the people, crypto traders, not able to keep their money? Because after this was acquired, people were scared. Am I going to lose my money, my savings, my investment, all of that stuff? But they put out a newsletter saying that they shouldn't panic, that their money is safe, as traders and investors will get their money back. Yes, I don't know, with crypto, you have to just sit on the edge, because every day, the numbers going up. See, if you have high blood pressure that you're dealing with, don't even go near. But it's a good way when you earn so much money from the comfort of your home, like you're just doing your 9 to 5 and money is still coming in that is even bigger than what you're earning. Think about it. But at the end of the day, it's still high risk. Yeah, so you have to consider that one also. But Fluidcoin have actually assured their investors that they will get some of their money back after the sale has been finalized. For me, I just want to see this people do great things. I mean, it's a world where possibilities are endless, and crypto is a great way to earn money. Financial freedom is what most of us are chasing at the end of the day, so why not? I think the government policies and everybody, stakeholders, policy makers, everyone needs to sit down and just discuss some of the challenges and issues that they are facing in this niche. Because why we're here saying that we don't want cryptocurrency, we cannot do the online trading, just think about what we're losing on the other end when we can actually invest and have transactions with people from all around the world, and people can make payments easily, people can trade, people can invest, people can have businesses online running it with crypto, not just using the naira, the dollar, and the likes of it. It's a world where I see so much endless possibilities happening. You know how you're sitting around and waiting for your favorite artist to just release a song? You're eager, your ears are scratching, they're itchy. Once you just hear your fave's name, you're like, what's up? What's new? Yes, is that tune and all of that stuff. I know we are so passionate about my artists. Okay, I am passionate about my artists. Let me speak for myself, because I don't want you to start saying, Bookii, please speak for yourself. I've already spoken. Whenever I hear, like, my faves are Beyonce, Rihanna. I love me some Drake. I love me Sabrina Claudio, FKJ, Daniel Caesar. I love me all these foreign vibes. Then when it comes to Nigeria, the goats. The goats are the goats. Yes. And aside that one, a couple of on the G guys too. I don't know what happened to the Ote word, but today is not the day we talk about music, but I'm going to be talking about music from the AI perspective, because there were rumors that Drake and The Weeknd featured on a song and it was leaked. So we thought, and it happened that a few days later, people were able to actually decipher that wasn't Drake's original voice, though it sounds like a 90-point-something% like Drake, like The Weeknd. It happens that it was actually a song generated by AI generated song featuring Drake and The Weeknd. Meanwhile, there's been a trial before this actually happened. There was actually a page I was following on Instagram, and they showed AI actually singing to Rihanna and Beyonce, and you couldn't tell. So at this point, I'm like, who do we sue? Who do we sue? Because no, I'm going to take it to court. AI lately has been delving into the world of using people's voices. I mean, the whole chatbot thing blew out, and right now they're looking at how they can infuse AI into the music world, and they're trying it with some of the favorite hottest artists in the music industry. This Rihanna versus Beyonce I'm talking about, you can't say the difference that, oh, this is robotic. No. It was mixed and mastered properly to the point that even the real artists will start doubting themselves. And of course, they actually tweaked a bit of their song. So it felt so good. So while people are still waiting for the response of Drake about this whole thing that happened, people have been streaming these songs, guys. So AI is definitely going to be taking some of our money. Like I said, everybody wants the money, and AI is not slowing down, guys. So someone is saying, I can only describe streaming because, like I said, they're already reckoning numbers. People already went to download the song because they thought, oh, my fave, Drake. And the Weeknd, Weeknd is actually a vibe that you don't get all the time. It just happens over the weekend. So people are already saying, damn, first time seeing a Drake song get pulled from Spotify. They actually thought it was a Drake song because Drake actually called. People were thinking that he wouldn't respond, but Drake actually said they should pull down the song. The Weeknd didn't respond, but Drake's response was not as fast as people wanted, but he actually responded and asked Spotify to pull it down. Meanwhile, AI has been used to bring back the voice of dead people. 2 weeks ago, on the show, I talked about how AI also would actually there's this famous voiceover artist. His voice is going to be regenerated and used for audiobooks and all the likes of it. And the family has actually signed and giving the company the permission to do that. Then there was a woman that died, and they used AI in bringing back her voice. This whole AI thing, it's actually wonky to think about, because I don't know, would I like to hear the voice of my dead father? I don't know. You're going to take me back to where I've healed from. Yeah, just saying. So let's break down AI terms, guys. Let's move to this article or thread I came across. So AI terms that you should know about, just in case all you've heard lately in the tech space is AI. So what is AI first? AI is artificial intelligence. We did a vox pop, went out and we're asking people the difference. Was AI, was AR, was VR? And a couple of people didn't even know. And I'm like, this is the reason why you need to listen to Africa Tech Radio, because we bring you all of this information. I mean, don't say you're not interested in tech, because the next thing you'll be doing around your job or your field or your profession would be utilizing some of these tech tools. So you need to get familiar. And you see, on cruise control, it's not all serious life. You see how soft I am. You see how sweet I am. You see how gisty I am. Yes, get familiar with me. I'm your best friend on here. Let's talk about everything that is happening around tech, guys. So artificial intelligence, that's the ability of digital computer or computer controlled robot to perform tasks commonly associated with intelligent being, meaning that they can actually mimic a human character. So it's a computer, it's a digital robot that could actually mimic what the intelligent beings could do. We are the intelligent being, humans. Though humans are scared of AI. I remember last month, the big tech guys were calling for safety protocols and a halt to everything that is happening with this whole AI thing. ChatGPT just blew up, and OpenAI was actually a thing, and now we have people like looking at other areas that they can utilize artificial intelligence. And it was a bit scary. I got scared. I wouldn't lie. I got skeptical, cynical, and all of that crazy shenanigans, and I was talking about it. This is why you need to always listen to me, guys, so I don't have to be telling you what I talked about last time. We just flow, okay? Yes. And if you want to see or hear, if you want to hear exactly what I said about this whole thing, because I was scared to my pants, guys. It gave me sleepless night just thinking about how I don't feel safe. I was crying like a baby. Can I say literally? Not yet. Yes, but I was so skeptical. I was just talking about it for a couple of days. So go back on our page. You see Cruise Control. You can check through a list of the shows that I've done, and you can listen. You can binge listen to me while you're driving, while you're cooking. I listen to podcasts while I'm doing other things in the house, chores and the likes of it, or just to relax. So moving on to what I was talking about, the terms used in artificial intelligence by AI terms. So we have the chatbots, which I recently just talked about, the ChatGPT, the chatbot, which chatbots are programs that run within websites, apps, platform, etc., designed to stimulate conversation with human users. So chatbot has been in existence for quite some time, and companies have always utilized this in terms of companies who have like large user base, and people have FAQ, frequently asked questions. People have challenges optimizing the website, optimizing the company's URL and all of that stuff. So instead of you looking for a customer number to call, you just type in your challenges or struggles, and in no time you get a response from this chatbot. They've been computerized to attend to most of the challenges and questions you have bothering you. And I think this was really good. You can instruct chatbot to do a couple of things for you, and they interact with you like you have somebody who is actually paying attention to you and helping you through your struggle. Then we also have the machine learning, the use and development of computer systems that are able to learn and adapt without following explicit instruction. Machine learning, I've tried taking a course on it and I still do not understand, but what I've just read to you, if you don't understand, don't ask me. Moving on. Deep learning, a method in artificial intelligence, AI, that teaches computer to process data in a way that is inspired by a human brain. So this is like when you get to real techie from machine learning, which is actually how computer adapt without following explicit instruction. Then the deep learning is they process the data in a way that is inspired by the human brain. So for you to be able to get to this chatbot thing and AI thing being responsive to you, all machine learning and deep learning have to happen. So you impute all of this knowledge. There was a bit of conversation that happened with Bing, which is AI for Microsoft, and Google Babs. Google Babs actually gave wrong data concerning NASA, and they got sued for millions of dollars because the data that was processed into their artificial intelligence wasn't correct with time. So for all of this to be correct, they have to be deep learning. And of course, when you ask for the information, machine learning then happen in processing and giving you the information. I hope that makes sense. And natural language processing, NLP. So if you go deep into the whole of AI thing, you find out that there are different type of language processing. So language processing gives computer the ability to interpret, manipulate, and comprehend human language. So I think they have NLP4. That's what the ChatGPT 4 is using. So really broad. Like they said, this helps to interpret, manipulate, and comprehend human language. This is how the computer can be able to understand the message you just typed. Because some of us, especially women, we really don't know how to ask computers questions. Let's say I'm looking for a salon to go fix my hair. I'm going to be saying, I am looking for salon, the best salon in Lagos, Nigeria, where I can make my hair. Meanwhile, a guy is just going to put best salon in Lagos, and voila, we still get the same result. So for the machine to be able to understand where you're coming from and where you're going, so they can be able to help you with a good result, there needs to be comprehension of language and of course Are you a robot or a human is definitely going to be one question I find very, very interesting and fascinating whenever I'm online and trying to do something and I get asked the question. I'm like, of course, I would have loved to be a robot, but I've got so much intelligent than you, so I pick to be a human. So they ask you this question: if you're a robot or a human, then you have to identify that you're human and you know what some other things are. That with that. And why some people believe that the pressure is getting worse in raising seed fund. Some other people still believe that the fintech sector still has so much room for growth. I mean, when you look at our talent pool, you will see that Nigerians, we don't give up. We're so talented and so passionate, and we're so resilient. We push through every obstacles that have been put before us or that seem to surround us and create a channel that we can pass through and excel and succeed. No matter how much pressure we get to face, we just push through. Well, I'm looking at 6 factors that shows the Nigeria fintech sector still has room for growth, despite the punishing and very unstable and inconsistent financial regulations that have happened of recent. There's still more rooms for us to make positivity out of all of this, and the fintech sector is one sector I must appraise are doing great job simplifying method of payment, transactions and all of that stuff, because the world deals with exchange. I mean, you have to exchange your service for money. It's a form of, I remember when we had the cash crunch situation and people in the village set up had to go back to the old trade by barter system, and I thought that was actually interesting with the fact that they actually know their roots. So even if it's not working at that period that they get to have cash, they get to do it that way. But that's not the only way. I mean, when you utilize these fintech products and of course you're on their platform, you get to also trade, you get to transact, you get to pay for services, you get to pay for products and all of these things. I mean, the growth and the frequency of this fintech sector is actually something that I don't think is going to go down anytime soon. No matter the number of companies that will be shutting down, that will be selling off and being acquired, it still can never ever go back to the way it used to be. I'm looking at what are the factors that actually determine that the fintech sector is going to grow despite all of this challenging. Yes, when we talk about fundraising, a lot of startups need this money to be able to push through, to be able to scale, and they don't mind getting the money from VCs or lending the money as long as they have money to push, they have the capital to push this whole idea to the public and to the market. And also the talent pool, like I said, Nigerian startup founders also have right talent. There's a thing that happened last year where so many of our talents wanted to leave the country because they felt like the country was not fair enough on them. But notwithstanding, we still have a great number of people still building their talent, people still taking courses, people still trying to learn one thing or another or advance their knowledge in the tech scene and in the tech world. And also when we talk about the ecosystem in Nigeria, it's quite robust with over 200 million citizens. So any market you bring out is definitely going to succeed because we have large numbers and the underserved people are taking over like 70 to 80% of this over 2 million citizens are underserved. So there's a wide reach for companies, for startups to market their product. And also, when we look at the mobile and internet penetration, guys, this has massively changed how we run things. Things don't run anymore because all you have to do is jump on the internet, transact, even online stores. I mean, if you're an advert like market goer, you visit the market all of the time, you need something, you just go straight to the market, not the supermarket, I mean Onitsha market, Lagos Island market, Oshodi market, Kaduna, Bikanu market. Now we have all of these services being brought to the internet, where just with the use of your smartphone, you get people to patronize and you get to buy whatever you want to purchase. And also the metrics also increasing in that regard, because internet users in Nigeria have estimated number of 109 million people using the internet, and this number is still going to increase with data saying that by 2027 is going to go up. So with all of this penetration of mobile and internet, it's still going to grow. And of course the e-commerce activity, like I said, with the flip of your phone, you get to put your business online, you get to work, and people can actually work. You don't need to go to the diaspora anymore. You can stay in your country and still work for people abroad. So I think this whole thing has given us space for growth and leverage. Also, when you have like a digital product, let's say OPay, you go on their platform, you see there are other offers that they have on there. It's not just transact and pay. You still have ways that you can do other things like saving, like sharing, allocation of money and products that you can buy, or you can actually put your product online also. So it's a great way. I think the fintech sector is not going to go down anytime soon. Meanwhile, while talking about the growth of the fintech sector, let's move to what Ingressive For Good is all about this weekend, because come Thursday, 20th of February, Ingressive For Good will be putting out their documentary film called Finding Tech Against All Odds. It's a film that zooms in on the personal stories and the transformational journey of some young Africans who found tech after their dreams were dashed. Like I was saying, this Nigeria will know Nigeria also, especially Africa. There's still so many gaps that we need to fill. What we're trying to fill is like trying to block a dam. While you're trying to block, it's still coming in with the pressure. The pressure is getting worse, but we keep pushing through. Yes, the film highlights the personal journey of youth in Africa who had faced hurdles in their lives as a result of lack of access to resources, opportunity, and finance. The film also showcases the struggle, triumphs, and the impact of their work on society, from leveraging skills in design, data, software development, and more. This whole film documentary and putting it out there is being partnered with Ingressive For Good, partnered with the US consulate to bring this important film to the public. So on 20th of April, you can go to Ebony Life Cinema, yes, at Adetokunbo, Ademola Street, Victoria Island. By 6:30, you get to watch Finding Tech Against All Odds. Yes, you get to watch the documentary. And if you want to see what the snippet of this documentary is all about, you can go on Ingressive For Good, their social media page, or you can actually stick with us at A-Tech Radio on Instagram. We have snippet of that on there, and we have full information for you. Also, the premiering screening would feature a panel discussion with the film director and several individuals featured in the film. The panel would discuss the impact of technology on society and how individuals can leverage technology to drive positive change. Ingressive For Good is a non-profit organization that is involved with educational tech. So they're doing all of this for free. So it would be right for people to come through and raise funds for them. It's a non-profit organization, so there will be fundraising events happening also. And you need to push people who are doing things just straight from their heart, looking for how they're going to be involved with the society and make the world a better place, one society at a time. All great job to Ingressive For Good. This Ingressive For Good has been able to train over 132,000 African youth in the tech space and place thousands of them in jobs. So the documentary is shining a light on some of their programs beneficiary and the journey so far. Finding Tech is timely and important documentary highlighting the importance of tech and creativity in today's world. I feel like this movie is a must-see for you. If you're looking to get into tech, you're transitioning, you're in tech, and you're looking for how to help other people in the tech space, you should actually go see what Ingressive For Good is doing. Last year, they had a show where they brought so many speakers together to actually talk to the young talent and encourage them, which I thought was brilliant, because so many people are still confused on how to navigate their way through the old tech industry and tech sector. So it would be great for you to honor their invitation through Africa Tech Radio. We're bringing this information to you in real time. The event will be happening on Thursday, 20th of April. So if you can't find your way to the America Corner in Ikeja, you can find your way to Ebony Live Cinema. By 6:30, they'll be premiering this film. I'll be bouncing out of the studio to go prepare because tomorrow is my off, and Thursday I get to just go and watch this documentary, and of course I might be bringing you information about it, or we get to actually just be there live and give you feedback from the event. Just stick with us. We are Africa Tech Radio. We are reporting technology advancements in Africa, one broadcast at a time. I do say we brag different over here, because if you go check out what other tech medias, I don't care. Africa Tech Radio and no other. No, I'm not going to say that, because a lot of people are actually putting in work to make sure there are great reports and bringing you information around tech, but we do it differently. That's why you should stick with us. That's just why you should stick with us. We are above every other person. There's no competition when you are the GOAT.
Thanks for listening, and don't forget to catch up on all the live shows right here on africatechradio.com.